So let's start really by relaxing, releasing the jaw, softening the muscles on your face. So maybe the eyelids gently close, again, having the opportunity to remove the external distractions, to remove the visual cues so that we can pay attention to the insight, the inner views, what's happening inside of us. I want you to notice your breath. You have this nice, cool, gentle breeze coming in through the nostrils and then a warm flow of air exiting. We use the nostrils as part of the respiratory system, which activates the body in a different way. So breathing through the nose is super important, especially in the inhale. So every inhale we take fills the belly, the chest cavity, fuels the body, and every exhale we take allows us to soften a little bit more, to release something else. The release can be tension in the body. The release can be negative thinking. The release can be fear. It can be uncertainty. So we imagine the inhale is the inspiration or the trust or the allowing or the knowing. And then we notice the exhale is the relaxation or the release. So as you're gently, kindly fueling your body with your breath, I'm just going to remind you a little bit about what we've talked about these past few weeks. So there's a set of laws that everything in the universe is guided under. And these laws remind us that we're all one. So the universal law of oneness, that everything is interconnected. And the universal law of vibration is that everything is energy. And the universal law of correspondence is that we have an exchange with ourselves, that we are in constant communication with ourselves. The question is, are we really listening? Are we pausing, or do we have the awareness to notice the law of correspondence, how we're talking to ourselves? The law of attraction, what we're drawing to ourselves. So if we're energy and energy like attracts like, what are we drawing to ourselves? What are we attracting? What would we like to attract, and how can we do that? The law of inspired action, when you know, when something feels right, when it's aligned with your thinking and your feeling, you have the desire to take the action, to move in the direction. So those are the universal laws that we've covered up until this point. And each and every one of them is interrelated. They all depend on one another. It's all part of the oneness. It's all part of how things work. Each thing interplays with the other. So the law that we're going to talk about tonight is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. You're like, what is that? Just take a nice deep breath and we'll talk about it. That breath that you're taking in is energy. It's life force, and it's fueling your cells. So it comes in as air and it mutates or transmutes into fuel. So it's happening all the time. The transmutation of energy perpetually is energy in motion. The thing as humans that we program ourselves to most be afraid of is change, embracing something different. But what we must understand is that everything is always changing. The only thing that's constant is change. So you've already learned how to ride the wave of change. You've learned how to embrace discomfort and use it for growth. You've done that your whole entire life. So it's not the change we're afraid of. It's the story we create in our head about the change that keeps us frozen or fearful or stuck or unmoving. Nice deep inhale, fill your body with breath. And on the exhale, softly, gently release. Nice deep inhale. Imagine the breath is coming in as what we know as air. And it is being molded or shaped or transformed into energy. So we are all energy. Our thoughts control our energy. We have the ability to change our thoughts. We have the ability to change our energy. We have the ability to change our energy. We have the ability to change our thoughts. We have the ability to change our experience. Positive thoughts produce positive feelings, positive actions. Negative thoughts produce negative or undesirable actions. So, how we're talking to ourselves and how we're paying attention is how we're utilizing the energy. Think about a spot or an area of your life that you would like to change your relationship with. It could be another person, it could be yourself, it could be your workspace, it could be someone in your workspace, it could be your living arrangements, it could be anything. Choose something that you would like to change your relationship with. And take the nice deep inhale, fill the body with breath. And imagine on the exhale how you can attach better thoughts to it. Let's look at that current situation in your life from a different perspective. How is it working for you? What is it allowing you? What is it showing you? What is it teaching you? There is always something. There is always a silver lining. There is always a positive charge in any experience. So if we're only attaching to the negative aspect of the experience, then that's the only aspect we're seeing. Follow your breath in. Follow your breath out. So with every inhale, I want you to shift or change the thoughts about the experience. What can you see in an experience that's uncomfortable right now? What value can you find in it? And maybe the value is that you're surviving it. Yes. We all just went through a pandemic, and in that pandemic, there were a lot of things that were truly uncomfortable. But if we only looked at the discomfort, we wouldn't see the other side, which is the opportunities that it created. So when you think about the experience in your life that you want to develop a better relationship with, start to look at the flip side. Spin it. Start to find more compassion for that person or for that job or for that opportunity. Start to find more compassion for yourself as you navigate through the discomfort. Change the wording or the terminology we use every time we say something is hard or bad or ugly, then we're only seeing that aspect. So some other words could be interesting or challenging, right? Something that's challenging gives us a reason to rise to it versus something that we've already decided is bad. The transmutation, everything is mutable, everything is changeable, everything has qualities, and it's ongoing. You're not the same person you were 10 minutes ago. You know, skin cells shed, time has passed. Your thoughts are different now than they were 10 minutes ago because they're constantly in flux, they're constantly changing. The beautiful part about the transmutable part of the energy is that you get to drive it with your thoughts. You get to choose the quality of your energy. Nice deep inhale. Remember, we're fueling the body. We're taking what appears to be nothing, air, and we're taking it into our body and we're turning it into fuel. Talk about change. The deeper the inhale, the more fuel for the body. So it's quality of inhale improves quality of health, improves quality of thinking, improves quality of life. And on the exhale, let go of any negativity or any stress or tension that you might be holding on to physically or emotionally or in your thinking. Followed by another beautiful, invigorating inhale. Look at you go. You're transmuting energy. And all you have to do is just pay attention to it because it's happening all of the time. You are creating your life circumstances. You're creating and choosing what you want to pay attention to and what you want to attract more of, and how you're connected to yourself in the way you speak to yourself, and how you're connected to those around you. How others see you is really how you see yourself. Better relationship with yourself. Create more energy around having a better relationship with yourself, and that will open your experience to better, higher quality relationships. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, gently relax into it. Everything is energy. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, gently relax into it. How we manage our energy determines how we feel. How we feel determines the actions we take. The actions we take determine the outcomes. You want to feel better, think better. You want to do better, think better. Follow the breath in. Exhale, relax a little bit more. Release something else that you found that you're holding on to. Physically, emotionally, tension, thoughts. I'm just going to remind each and every one of you that you were born in the likeness of the universe. You were born with the same energy of the universe. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So energy is perpetual or ongoing. And each and every one of us is created in the likeness of ourselves so that we can learn to love ourselves, so that we can learn to feel comfortable with who we are in our most genuine form. You do not need to change a thing if you are speaking to yourself in such a way that you are honoring who you are. If you are not, then the only thing you need to change is the thoughts about how you are honoring who you are, the energy that you are giving to yourself, and everything else will fall into place. So if I honor, love, and respect myself, then I will allow all of the other things to fall into place. The problem is that society has fed me that I am not enough or that I am lacking in some way, which is not true. Which is not true, because each and every one of us have everything we need already. The moment we're born, we are full of wisdom. We are we are appropriate in our genetics and in our DNA, and we are walking miracles. So we have to start treating ourselves like walking miracles. We have to know that we have to trust ourselves on our path. It's our energy. We're managing our own energy, and we're using it in the direction of the things that are most important to us. And if each and every person does that, then that goes back to oneness, where all of the parts are working together. You already have 30 trillion cells in your body working in unison to allow you to take that nice deep inhale and fuel your cells, trillions of them. One nice deep breath will fuel trillions of cells. It's already magical. It's already working for you. So if you'd like to draw your attention to the one little crick or creak that you might have, right, and send that a little more healing breath that way. And then think about all the other aspects of you that are working. We are energy. We are constantly in motion. The only thing that's constant is the fact that we're changing. And if we're going to change, let's change in the direction of growth. Let's rise into our most authentic self. Let's trust ourselves enough to listen to what it is that's most important. And since we're changing anyway, let's change in that direction. Nice deep inhale, fill your body with breath. On the exhale, softly, gently release it, relax. Nice deep inhale, fills. Exhale, softens. Remind yourself on the way in how incredible you are. Remind yourself on the inhale how much you have already grown and learned from the mutable, changeable life that that you're walking through. You've already proven your worth. You don't need to do that again. Just entering this world proves you're worthy. Having the gift of the awareness and the understanding of who you really are and what it is that you love to do, what fires you up, what sends you, what lines you up with that inspired energy. It's just the next step on the path. Nice deep inhale fills the body with breath. The exhale softens just a little bit more. Nice deep inhale. On the exhale, relax. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, soften. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, let go a little more. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, relax. Nice deep inhale. Exhale a little further. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, soften. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, relax. Everything is in constant motion and fluctuation. When we learn to ride the wave of change, when we learn to not be stuck or attached to outcomes or have expectations of things that we have no control over, we start to ride the wave of change. Change is invigorating. Change is inviting. Change allows us to continue to move in the direction of our dreams. And we may not even be totally aware of what those are, but we know what it feels like when we're moving along the right path. Change your relationship with change. Change the storyline in your head about what's happening in a situation that's uncomfortable. Seek the diamond in the rough. Seek the silver lining in the cloud. Seek the thing that is the flip side of what you're noticing. Look for what it is that you are gaining from a situation and revisit the situation from a new perspective. Change the energy around the situation. Change your life in the way that you want to change your life. Remember, it's always changing anyway. So let's take some charge. Let's find your power in it. And the power is in the thinking. The power is in the way you choose to label and attach to the situation. So remember that situation that you kind of tuned into earlier? That might have been an irritant or something that was rubbing you the wrong way or felt challenging or whatever it was. It's not so bad because there's good in it. So recognize that. You're in charge of your energy. And you have the power to change the thoughts, which change the ideas, which change the experience, which change how you feel about the experience and also change how you feel about yourself. Super important to know how powerful we are. Super important to know that we are whole and complete. There's nothing lacking. If there's something that feels like it's lacking, it's because you're comparing yourself to someone or something that's not you. So let's really start to embrace all of the gifts that we as individuals have to offer based on who we are, our most authentic version of ourselves, that self that lies in the center of ourself. Nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, just gently relax in. This is your body in its natural state, soft and comfortable inside your own skin, feeling calm and peaceful. This is the goal. This is the goal, to navigate life from this space. Now we know it doesn't always stay like this, but you have the power to bring it back to this. So when you notice that the energy is getting frenetic, or that it feels like you're losing control or you're losing power over things, just come back to your breath, come back to this feeling, and listen and notice. Awareness is the first key. If you're not listening to yourself, then you're not being heard. Really important stuff. As a matter of fact, in this calm, centered state, you might even be able to feel the current of energy pulsating or moving through your body. Just notice. You are energy, and it's at your disposal, it's at your will. When you need it, it arrives. When you trust it, it's there. Follow that breath in and follow that breath out. Wherever you are, be grateful for that. Whatever you're experiencing, find gratitude for what it is that you're learning, how you're growing through it. One more nice deep inhale through the nostrils together here. And on the exhale, you can just simply, gently let it all go. Start fresh right now. Start fresh with a new insight. The external stimulation is a distraction. The internal knowing or awareness is what we want to listen to. We want to take the time for ourselves and take the pause and listen. So I want to thank you guys for taking your pause and listening to yourselves, noticing, being aware. Thank you.